No, put it on your face and then just like, oh.
Yeah. It's recording.
Is this thing on?
Over.
All right.
Hi, we're going to be talking about simple motors. We're going to have a great time today, okay guys? See that simple motors, it's right there, it's on the board. Okay, for simple motors to happen, you need magnets. You know magnets are dipole, okay? Alright, they're dipole. In nature, they're dipole. Alright, so you see that? There's going to be a north and a south. All this that's coming out of the north goes right back into the south. That's how that works. Okay, if you have two poles that are the same, they repel each other, they're going to go away. I got two tiny magnets here to show you that. And you see this? Oh, look at that. It's a little game cat and mouse thing, you know, it's like a police chase, but you always win, which is wonderful, right? So, messed up the diagram a little bit, but we don't care. I mean, I'm the teacher, you're the student, shut up. Okay. Now, we see these magnets here? Okay, I already showed you that they repel. Look at this, just to prove monopoles. There's no such thing. Okay, you come together, there's a magnet. Okay, go there. Look at that. They attract it. Wonderful, right? Okay, now one more thing. Alright, see this battery here? All the current coming out of the battery, it's going to go right back into it, makes the loop. There's your magnetic field. There you go. Okay, now to actually make the simple motor, you're going to need a battery, copper wire, and a magnet. Because I've been spending this whole time talking about magnets. If you didn't know that, go home because you obviously didn't pay attention. Now we're done here. We're going to pass that off to Professor Hurd. We're done. Okay, cool. I like dropping the wire. It's nice.
Good afternoon, students. As you just learned from Professor Crumley, magnets are important in our simple motor, right? Right. Okay, so I'm going to show you our system of a simple motor and explain some concepts that might be a little bit blurry in your noggin. All right, so let's figure this out. Here we have our battery. Okay, and in this battery, we're gonna make, oh, that was loud. Oh, Mr. Professor Hurd's ears. All right, now, coming out from the battery, we have two wires, and at the end of these wires, we're gonna have a little loop. All right, little loop. Okay, and this is crucial. This is important that we need this. Okay, and we're gonna have this coil. All right. In order to make a coil, you take a wire and you go round and round and round and round and round and round, and you get the idea. I mean, it's repetitive. Okay, and we gotta take and make sure that we can connect it through our loops, so that way our current can flow. But we don't want it to flow all the time. So, in order to do that, our wire has an enamel coating. We're going to strip off the half that touches. So that half that touches the coil right here, over here, on the same side. So that way, whenever it rolls around, the battery can supply a current through the coil. Now this is important because whenever we have our magnet down here, directly below it, on top of our battery is going to send a current, which, as you learned from Professor Crumley, this current is directly related to a magnetic field in the coil. We can use our right hand rule and the direction of our current to figure out which ways our magnetic field is going to point and how it's going to resist the field caused by this magnet. Okay? So let's do that. We can use our right hand. The current is headed this way, so we can see that our magnetic field in the coil is going to come out of the board from inside the coil. And this will be the same throughout the whole coil. So this causes kind of like a resistance on the inside and the outside, resisting this magnet here. Okay? Now hopefully whenever we make this, we might see some interesting stuff happen. Of course it's a motor, so you can kind of idealize what's going to happen. But for further explanations, we're going to have to move on to the actual thing. All right? All right. You guys don't sleep on me now.
Whenever you're ready.
So this is the simple motor that we've constructed. We've made a little box for it. You don't have to do this, but we did just for demonstration purposes in order to hold it better. Here we have a size C battery. You can use anything from AA to size D. That part's not important. It supplies a 1.5 voltage to these wires. These wires we got from Walmart. I believe this is a 16 gauge and this is a 20 gauge. They're both copper wires, and these gold ones here, whenever we looped around like we showed you on the whiteboard, we scratched off the inside of it and the bottoms of them in order for current to properly flow. Also, as we showed you on the board here on this orange colored wire, we scratched off one side on both sides, and they're both facing the same direction. So if this side had the scratched off facing up, this side would also have the scratched off side facing up, and that allows for whenever it makes a turn, current will flow through the coil. We made our coil by wrapping this copper wire several times around a 1.5 inch piece of PVC. This gave us a nice looking coil, and we just kind of wrapped the copper wire around it to make sure it would stay together. You don't have to wrap it around as many times as we did, but we suggest that you at least wrap it around anywhere from 25 to 30 times in order to get a nice impressive demonstration. Also, we have these magnets supplied by the department. These are neodymium magnets. You don't have to use neodymium, but it is more impressive of a motor with neodymium magnets. Also, I want to add that as we showed you in earlier viewings, whenever the current flows through this copper wire, we're going to get a magnetic field on the inside and the outside of this coil that's going to resist this magnetic field caused by these very strong neodymium magnets. And we can show you this as so. Yes, we're proud of that.
Hello there. Today we talked to you about our simple motor, okay? And we made our simple motor into a functioning motor for a fan. We made this fan out of note cards and duct tape. It's pretty easy to make. We just slapped it on the end, and we're about to show you how strong this thing is, okay? You may be thinking, just watch.
Whoa! 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 Wait, Dallas, I got you in the frame.
Alright guys, if you like the content, be sure to like and subscribe. Come back every Monday for new content. No one else wants to chime in?
No, we're good.
No one?
No.
It's been science with the science dudes.